Now, how much are you planning on spending on Christmas this year? Well, according to a brand new research, apparently we're going to blow around £5.8 billion in unexpected costs this Christmas. We're joined on the line now by Clare Seal, who is a money blogger and the author of My Frugal Year blog, and also Martin Magnone, who's the CEO of Tymit, the credit card lender. So let's talk finance, let's talk Christmas spending. Let's start with you, Martin. Are people planning on spending more or less on Christmas this year?
Well, it appears that people are looking to spend more money this year. Obviously, it's been a tough year and people want to make Christmas a special one this time around. Now, what's most troubling is also that people seem to have less savings than before, and not everybody is actually doing budgeting for Christmas. So, I think we're going to see a lot of people facing unexpectedly high expenses, unfortunately, this Christmas.
Now, according to the latest research, we're going to be spending on average of £427 on food and drink on Christmas Day, aren't we?
Yes, that's right. That would be the average. Obviously, this year, COVID has changed a little bit of the dynamics around Christmas. We see that people tell us that many of them will be hosting Christmas for the first time this year, so that'll likely increase the costs a bit. So, budgeting this time, it becomes more important than ever, it seems.
Now, for a lot of people, we're probably still paying off last year's Christmas bill, so at this time of year, that can be quite worrying, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for those people who are still paying back for Christmas, I can see how this can become a little bit overwhelming. You're still paying that debt off, and you're facing a big ticket this time again. So I think it's most important that you draw the line somewhere and really determine how much you're willing to spend this Christmas, and also in a way that you can repay it without causing more problems to yourself.
Now let's bring Claire in now. So Claire, I suppose the best thing we can do is learn how to budget, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, actually the Tymit survey for Northern Ireland said that a third of people don't set a budget for Christmas. But also that 20%, even if they have set a budget, are planning to go over it to make sure that Christmas is extra special this year. So I think that, one of the key things about budgeting is making sure you're not setting yourself up to fail from the outset. Don't make a budget that's too restrictive and sort of feel like you're probably going to go over it, because once you do go over it, it's very easy to go a lot over it. So making sure that your budget is realistic and that it's focused on the things that are important to you at Christmas, whatever those might be. It needs to be personal to you.
So tell us about some of those unexpected costs that pop up at Christmas, some of those big things that you really just have to go out there and buy.
Sure. I mean, I think that for anybody who's hosting for the first time, which we are actually this year, that those costs can come as a real surprise. The cost of food, the cost of drink, the cost of entertaining, extra decorations you might want to put up to make your home extra Christmassy. But I think it's just important to be, communicative about that with the people who are joining you as well, because actually almost half of people who are going to somebody else's house for Christmas aren't planning on footing any of the bill. So I think that, now at the beginning of December, if you're hosting, that's the time to be having those conversations with people. And it doesn't have to be awkward. You can just say, would you mind bringing the wine? Would you mind bringing dessert? Or should we have like a joint kitty for Christmas Day? It doesn't have to be well, I'm hosting, so here's your invoice type situation.
So for a lot of people, it's probably going to be the first time they've seen their family in quite some time. And of course, we're allowed to spend time in these Christmas bubbles this year, aren't we?
Yeah, very much so. And it might, definitely be the first time that you're sitting down with more than one other household. And, a lot of us are really looking forward to it, I think. And I think you can get caught up in kind of the excitement and the spirit of things and forget about your budget. And I see the temptation to do that. It's just about making sure that you're not causing yourself any unnecessary worry in January and the rest of 2021, really.
So where can we get some more advice and information on budgeting? I would imagine going to your blog, you would probably give lots of good advice on there.
Yeah, I think, you can come find me on Instagram, My Frugal Year. You should find some helpful tips there, but you can also go to the Tymit website, and their blog's got loads on financial wellbeing as well. So that's tymit.com, is a great place to go to.
And Martin, what's your advice for people who want more information on Christmas this year? Where can they go to?
Yeah, I think the first thing is decide how much you want to spend a budget, and then determine whether you're looking for financing options to smoothen things out. And do your research. There's really good products out there that may give you interest-free periods if you don't need that long to pay it back. If you need more time, also make sure that you choose a financing option that you can anticipate the costs, and that helps you plan for how to pay back for those things. That's where we think Tymit.com can help. So feel free to go and check it out if it's right for you. But I think having a good plan and control of the costs and the budget is going to be key this year.
And Claire, what about you? Any hints or tips to save money this Christmas? Are there any bargains out there to be had?
Well, I think that the main thing is just not to overbuy. I think it's very tempting to overbuy food, to overbuy gifts. But all of those little filler things, the things that you pick up at the last minute, they're usually the things that either are left to go off in the fridge or are discarded after, a couple of uses. So focus on the things that are important, and, either do your food shopping online, where you can keep a tally of how much you're spending, or you can use one of the scanners in the supermarket. It really helps you to keep on top of how much you're spending on food and drink. So I think that's a good place to start.
And I know a lot of people were putting their decorations up really early this year, so I would imagine that spending on Christmas decorations has definitely gone up in 2020.
Yeah, I would have thought so. And I think, I've definitely noticed a lot of things are sold out already. And I think we could all use a bit of cheer at the moment. So I don't see a problem with putting them up early. But I think that, if you're sort of still looking for gaps to fill with tinsel in your house, now's maybe the time to call it a day.
So Claire and Martin, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and have yourselves a very happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Robin.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.